Riot have finally taken this whole ruining League of Legends skins thing way too far. For years, the community has been complaining about shoddy cosmetics, poor quality to cost ratios, and most recently, gacha gimmicks. But this is the last straw. Not only have Riot removed free Hextech chests, they've doubled down on that removal. All right, so unless you've been living under a rock for the past month or so, you no doubt saw that with the launch of the newest League of Legends season, Riot made the very controversial decision to remove any and all free avenues for obtaining Hextech chests. It used to be that if a player didn't want to put money into the game, or couldn't afford to, they could at least earn themselves a handful of Hextech chests every year from playing. And not just by playing, but by playing well. Got an S on your main champion? Here's a free Hextech chest. Want another chest? Learn a new champion, get an S on them. It was a time-honored tradition that promoted genuine, healthy interactions between players and League itself. And Riot said as much. Unfortunately, it was also costing Riot too much money.
When we initially added them, we wanted to offer additional reward for time spent, using something we knew many of you really cared about earning: skins. And for a while, we think that worked well for both players and the business side of League. Over time though, free chests unintentionally became the primary way to unlock skins, and an increasing number of players ended up with substantial skin collections for free. This meant that purchasing skins directly didn't make sense anymore to a lot of players, because they were happy just waiting to get something eventually. That did lead to a great player experience, but it was not sustainable for League in the long term.
So we took a step back to evaluate League's reward systems and realized we needed to make changes to be sustainable for the long run.
Now, this comes after the removal of Masterwork chests back in January, which had previously been tied to Battle Pass and ranked rewards, as well as purchasable, and a cheap, reliable way to accrue Mythic Essence, which is now also completely premium. So why is this a big deal? Well, it's a big deal because slowly but surely, Riot have just removed basically all ways to attain free champion cosmetics from League of Legends. And let me tell you, people are pissed. From Reddit threads to Twitter threads to comments on our very own Los Ratones videos. The community is kind of in a full-blown uproar, airing its grievances anywhere that Riot might look.
Hey, you guys are unlocking Hextech chests for free for the last few years, and we are not making as much money as we would if they were removed, because we need to be a sustainable business. So we need to make sure that we remove Hextech chests to prevent people from getting free skins, so that we can make more money to keep sustaining League of Legends. That was their reasoning, which I'm kind of surprised they even said that. And the outrage is crazy. It has 5.3 million views with 4K likes and 5,000 comments. And it is just pure quote retweets of people saying that it's just money hungry, billion-dollar company, hungry for money, la 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 la. Everyone's preying on their downfall.
And frankly, I get it. For starters, it does feel as if Riot are reneging on a handshake agreement that they've had with the community for ages, which is that if you play League in a cool, constructive way, you can earn yourself some free skins each and every season. It created a genuinely wholesome growth experience where each and every season you would play your mains and then diversify your champion pool just so you could earn yourself some free Hextech chests. It felt like an honest, earned exchange. And it was. But then Riot took it away and gave us nothing in return. Well, that's not true. They gave us a worse battle pass whose subpar cosmetics they're already apologizing for on account of community backlash. Riot's business is Riot's business, and they can do what they want with it. But it isn't the community's fault that they don't know how to structure their rewards in such a way that it keeps their business sustainable. It's also completely reasonable that the community would feel upset that Riot just couldn't even make an effort to maintain an agreement that players have long cherished. To make things worse, the backlash was so pronounced that according to one of Riot's community managers, the company decided to revisit the removal internally, which gave the community a sense of hope, only to double down on their original decision. The reality is that this is the last straw on what is now a mounting pile of annoyances surrounding the business side of League. And I'm not talking about the $250 million they spent on Arcane. I'm talking about the way the game is actually monetized and how it affects the player. It was actually one of League's biggest leak accounts that put it best. From shitty skins to toxic matchmaking to horrendous imbalance, it is starting to feel as if League is no longer being made to be good, but simply for the purposes of extracting money from addicted diehards. Paul Tassi alleges in his report for Forbes that even internally, Riot devs aren't thrilled about the removal, and if true, this doesn't surprise me in the slightest. A lot of you might be watching this and earnestly thinking, guys, they're skins. Like, it's not that deep. Surely you're overreacting to all of this. But we're not, because it's actually decisions like this that just speak volumes about how scummy the monetization surrounding League of Legends is becoming. For a company that spends this much time talking about how crucial skins are to League's overall sustainability, Riot sure are dog shit at actually making and implementing them. Remember ultimate skins? Those things that you could spend $40 on that would literally upgrade every aspect of a champion's audio-visual identity? Oh, that's right. They got replaced by $200 chromas that sit at the end of some gotcha gimmick. The reason this is a big deal is because it shows what Riot thinks about the current state of League and how they see its future unfolding. Again, the worst part about all of this isn't that Riot made changes to the free Hextech system. It's that they didn't. They just flat out removed it. Instead of working towards any sort of middle ground, they literally just walked on camera, sheepishly shrugged, and were like, sorry guys, times are tough. Yeah, we're a $20 billion company, but you know, profit margins are thin. You understand, right? What a lazy, uninspired way to just burn any goodwill your player base still has for you while just flat out disrespecting them. And look, I'm not suggesting that we start like witch hunting devs over cosmetics or anything like that. I'm sure that these decisions go way above their pay grade. But I do think that League fans deserve more. And I don't think that they're overreacting for demanding it. Riot, bring back free Hextech chests. Find another way to fix your bottom line, because God knows you put your player base through enough shit as it is. For starters, it does feel as if Riot are just reneging on reneging or reneging? Reneging or reneging? Renectin or renectin? Do you reneck or do you renect?